name is Devin Reynolds, and this is my persuasive speech on voting for the nickel tax. Over the past few years, conditions in the Taylor County school system have become very deteriorated. The principals, teachers, staff, maintenance crew, and students have all dealt with mold, leaking roofs, drainage systems backing out, and sewage running everywhere, water backing up and running out the restrooms, leaks from the ceilings when it rains, wind and rain blowing through the window sills, and cracks in the walls, aging heating and air conditioning systems, and old wiring. Another example of this inconvenience is the rearranging of classrooms due to the rain coming through the ceiling tiles. Walking through the halls and looking into classrooms, seeing trash cans sitting around everywhere and students having to maneuver around them is sad. If the problems aren't fixed, the future looks very grim. Taylor County Superintendent Roger Cook has proposed a new method to achieve funds in order to build a newer, more efficient learning environments. By implementing a nickel tax on all real property, he predicts we can obtain the funds to match what will be made available from the state of Kentucky for this endeavor. This would increase property tax bills by approximately $50 a year. This is the same cost of taking your family out to eat one or even 2 times. This tax would achieve the money needed to not only construct a new elementary and high school, renovate the existing middle and high schools, but also offer new tools for better learning for all buildings in the district. Today, I want you to vote for the nickel tax because it will bring about better facilities, better learning, and a better future. Let's take a look at some advantages of this tax. The first advantage of voting for the nickel tax is getting better facilities. The days of the state coming in and just building new buildings are over. State lawmakers want to see what school districts and the communities that surround them are willing to help themselves by partnering with state funding financially to achieve the desired facilities. By getting better facilities, it will eliminate the thousands of dollars spent every year to patch up the buildings. Superintendent Roger Cook states that all other possible alternatives have been researched, and the construction of a new building is the only solution. You can only patch up a building so much before it can't be patched up anymore. By continually patching the roofs on the buildings, you add weight to an already aged roof, and the fear of a structure failure is very real. Here are some pictures of the roof leaks where ceiling tiles had to be continuously replaced. These left even over the weekend can promote mold growth. Just imagine what would happen if the leak was unnoticed over a fall or a spring break with no one in the building for long periods of time. With better facilities comes the betterment of technology such as electrical cords and hookups. The current wiring can be dangerous due to the aging of the wiring. Better facilities means bigger facilities. It will reduce the overcrowding in the hallways and classrooms by creating bigger spaces to house the appropriate number of students. For example, the high school was built for 600 students, and we are currently housing around 900 students. This means that we are overcrowded by 300 people at least, which is not something you can just overlook and deal with very easily. If a student has to walk up or down the stairs to get from one class to the next, it takes almost 3 minutes to do so. Students are only allowed 5 minutes between classes to go to their locker and then make it to their next class. Most classes are overcrowded with students. In some classes, some students don't even have desks. That is not typically a healthy educational environment. One day of walking the halls of Taylor County High School will prove that our students just don't fit. The second advantage to voting for the nickel is that the tax will provide better learning. A portion of the money will go towards new technology such as document cameras, smart boards, laptops, computers, updating of computers, etc. to better the resources available to students. Chalkboards and dry erase boards are simply a thing of the past. New technology is slowly passing students up that are not regularly exposed to them. Therefore, educational materials and the tools teachers need are more crucial to our schools than anything else. Kansas Senator Nancy Combahn stated, "There can be an infinite use of a computer and of new age technology, but if the teachers themselves are not able to bring it into the classroom and make it work, then it fails." The nickel tax will help better accommodate our special needs student population, which betters their learning. The money spent to update technology is not restricted to computers and things used every day. Our special needs population is in the need of lift chairs and visual aid enhancers. With the development of new technology, students can now have a virtual classroom and communicate with other students around the world. Communicating with other students will broaden their horizons and expand their view of our world. The third reason you should vote for the nickel tax is that it will provide a better future for the students and for Campbellsville as a whole. When businesses look for places to invest in, one of the aspects of a community they look at is the schools, being as they are bringing their families with them. Taylor County Board member Lillian Clark wrote in an article, "This nickel levy is truly an opportunity for this community to bring prosperity back to Taylor County. A family is more concerned with their children's education when relocating to work than any other aspect of the move. When the high school gymnasium becomes big enough to host regional tournaments, those attending events will be spending money in our restaurants and our hotels, essentially investing in the rise of our economy. Every time we host a basketball regional tournament or a cross-country regional meet, the spectators will be investing in our community, shopping in our stores, and staying in our hotels. The spectators investing in our community is investing in our economy. I'm going into the education field, and it is so important to have up-to-date technology and facilities. I can't imagine trying to teach my students for the future when I am using things that are from the past. Without the use of effective technology, my students will graduate underskilled for the world that we live in today. Having to move classrooms because of trash cans or fallen ceiling tiles causes many unfocused little minds, and that is something I will try to avoid. Teaching is establishing the future. Education is one aspect that cannot be ignored and cannot be improved without the teachers to instruct. Teachers are the most important people to enter our lives throughout the 12 years spent in school. Today, I've given 3 great reasons why the nickel tax would be very beneficial to our students and our community. It will help better our facilities, learning, and future. We cannot go wrong investing in the lives of our children. So begin the path to a better education for the future. A Chinese proverb once stated, "Do not confine your children to your own learning, for they were born in another time." I am still young, and some might say do not have a full grasp on the situation, having only recently graduated from Taylor County school systems. I have seen firsthand how badly new facilities and all that goes along with it is needed. I am very proud to say that I plan to vote for the nickel tax. And just a side note, after having turned 18, the first time I am able to vote will be in the nickel election. So to coin a phrase used to help boost support for the nickel tax endeavor, Taylor County is in a pickle, so vote for the nickel.